Hey everyone, welcome to my new review. It's been a really long time since I got a figure. I can't remember the last thing I reviewed. So we have the Hot Toys Rogue One Director Krennic, which I for one am very surprised that they ended up making. I did not expect them to make this figure. Mainly because, you know, he's not like... Star Wars has so many big villains that he's definitely like a smaller villain. But they recognize that there's demand because he is he's probably my favorite villain. Everyone loves Darth Vader, but actually, I don't know. Like, I love Darth Vader, but he's like a different kind of villain. And then there's Darth Maul, who I really like. But as far as I really like him just because he's a normal guy. Like, he's not some superpowered being, and I like that he had a great ambition and it was like taken away from him, and I think he had some really good lines, and the actor's fantastic. Anyway, he's fresh out of the box right now. I didn't even really take time to look at him. So I'm really excited. This Ben Mendelsohn sculpt can probably be reused if you want to do a normal Captain Marvel Shield director character. I won't be doing that. I'm surprised we didn't get a Talos though. So he's got some accessories. And by the way, I'll just tell you right now, I'm one of those people, and I'm trying to create a bigger movement of this. I'm one of those people that throws away my boxes. And I keep the ones where the figures are very delicate, or if I think I'm going to resell them potentially. Like, I keep all the Iron Man figures, and those meet both of those criteria. I kept my Infinity War Thanos box, and then I sold them. So stuff like that I do keep, but figures like this that, like, I don't know if I'll keep him forever. I probably will, as long as I'm a collector, but I don't need to keep an entire box for a pack of accessories that fit in my fist. So if you've seen my videos, you know how I keep my accessories, but I'll show you at the end what I do with them. I didn't put anything on him yet, and it looks like we got these two sticks. But these little sticks, they go in the poncho, according to this. So, okay, so there's two outfits for him. One is this jacket, and this square part actually looks like it's stained, but it's meant to be like a cream color. His actual outfit is eggshell white. I don't know how well that shows up on camera. I'm not sure which outfit I prefer. To be honest, I don't really care. Like, it's the white cloak, right? That's pretty much all you care about. It looks like you can fit one of these stick things in this little pocket right here, according to the manual. Yeah. So why not two? I'm just going to put two. Okay. Yeah, the poncho, I don't think I care about the poncho. I mean, it's a good scene in the movie, but aesthetically, it's basically the same as just the cape that he has. He's got his blaster. This is not a big action guy, so I'm not really interested in posing him with the blaster. There must be some trick to this, though. Oh, it goes this way. That makes sense. Okay. Cool. And then we've got, I think, some grenades or something. Oh. This is supposed to go on the other side. One on each side. Scoot it over. And then right here. cool. I forgot to do my usual spiel. You know, I'm not one of these super technical reviewers. I think you have plenty of those. I like to give natural light. I have like some natural light coming in from the window over there. So this is not like studio lighting. You're going to see how the figure looks like on your shelf. So, and then I also like to fumble with the accessories because that's a pretty accurate experience to pretty much everybody. I'm going to put in his grenades now. So like, I think you get a much more realistic experience on how it looks. A lot of people will edit out this part, but like, we live in the world where you can fast forward or speed up the video. And I think it's important to see, like, when you get a Hot Toys figure, how aggravating it might be in certain positions. So yeah, that's why I do this. There have been videos where I like get stuck for like 30 minutes on something, and people should know about that. It's got like an extra weird loop on that one. I don't know why. I don't really care either. Well, maybe I do. Yeah, so perfect example. There's a second loop here. I'm not really sure why. Maybe they all did, but this one came loose. And I can't slip it past both because the grenade handle is pretty short. And maybe my fingers are too big. There we go. Oh, they all have two. Ugh. Why? Okay, 2 down. This will be the most annoying because it's blocked. A figure like this is the kind of figure that makes you want to wear gloves when you handle it because of the white. Fortunately, my hands are clean, but you know. Yeah, great example of things being complicated. It's like you can get it through the top loop, but then the bottom one and like the shape of the grenade handle is really weird. It's like triangular, but the loop is circular, and this is the part of collecting no one talks about. Oh god, every time I get close, one of the triangle edges is pushing down the loop on the side that I can't reach because of the holster. Okay. Got it. Woohoo, so much fun. Alright. Alright, so let's talk about the tailoring a little bit, because Hot Toys with Star Wars, I've seen, they tend to give outfits that are a little too puffy, especially the Jedi robes. In this case, it seems like the tailoring is actually pretty good. I never like these magnet capes, but you know, I'm not sure there's a better alternative. But that is cool. Okay. Alright, well, anything else? I think we're good. We have some extra hand pegs, some extra buttons, no problem. This coat will be going in my supply bin. I will not be displaying it or keeping it out. Let's pull this up so we can get a good look at the head sculpt. I mean, it looks really good. You can definitely see the hair seam where the hair comes off for the hat. I don't really like the hair seam. It's not super noticeable, but right here on the left, you can see it pretty clearly right there. Other than that, you know, like most finished figures, it does have like a softened look compared to the prototype, but I mean the likeness could be one of Hot Toys' best. They tend to do well with older faces because they get the wrinkles right, and he's not super old, but his face has enough like bumps and ridges that they like it played to their strength. And like look, I mean I know this guy pretty well. He's been in Bloodline. He was in The Dark Knight Rises. He was in Ready Player One. And then he was in Rogue One. And then he was... I feel like he's a villain. Oh, he was also in Captain Marvel. But he was in another big thing too. So, like, to me, it looks like they captured him from every angle. Yeah, they nailed this one. And, you know, the Star Wars sculpts have been a little lackluster. Some of you might be saying, what? But, I mean, you guys saw the difference in the prototype between... Let me turn on the light. Between Obi-Wan and the finished product. And Anakin's okay, but like Jyn Erso, she doesn't look so great. Darth Maul is decent. I actually feel like the Sideshow version has a better likeness, but they nailed Kylo Ren. I'm pretty happy with all of these. If I'm being honest, I know some people are conflicted on the older Leia, but I think she's okay. And like Chewbacca's been really weird, a weird phenomenon. Okay. So looking back at this, I think the best way to display him is this pose here. Like that to me is the figure in a nutshell. So that's how I'm gonna go for it. I like his boots. Like, yeah, this is a cool figure. I used to have Tarkin, but I sold him. I don't think I'll be repurchasing for this to like compliment him. But like if you have him with Tarkin, that's probably a cool pose as well. Okay, we need this hand, and then it looks like a fist. So. Easy enough. Okay, no major problems. That's always like a thing with Hot Toys. Is like, it's going to be a huge pain to swap the fists, the hands, because sometimes it's actually terrible. Good. We needed a left fist. This isn't really a fist. There we go. Okay. Cloak is kind of slippery off his shoulders, if I'm being honest with you. I wonder if would it be easier if I do the camera like this? I guess it goes right over. Gotta turn the bicep in a little bit. Like I said, the suit's very well tailored, so that makes it a little tight in situations like this. doesn't look right. It's because the problem I'm having is the pistol. Maybe it's not sitting deep enough. I think it is though. The pistol is like kind of blocking this arm a little bit from sitting properly. And these don't look right. Now would be a good time to remind you of my podcast, The Iron Koob Fights Movies. We do an episode every week. This coming week, I don't remember what we're doing. Oh, we're watching Batman 1989. So he's sort of grabbing his wrist. But when I do it, it looks like he's injured. The photo, it doesn't look like that. Make him stand up straight. This cloak just does not want to stay on his shoulders. Alright, I mean, how does that look? And that's not the worst. So they have him at an angle. That looks not good. Turn the fist down. Leaning forward. Gotta fix that. It's a common problem I see with people posing, is like the weight's not spread properly. The figures look there. A lot of people have their figures leaning forward a little too much. They think it's standing straight up, but it's actually forward. That isn't so bad, and now I'm going to mess it all up by trying to put the hat on. Come on. Ah, okay, good. It's a magnet, but it doesn't feel like a magnet. This doesn't feel like it's sitting right either. I guess that's it. And again with the cape. Looks like a bad guy, doesn't he? Let's bring him closer. I like the colors. His back foot. Colors look fantastic. All right, let's put him home. the Jinn. So Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie. I will probably buy a Cassian figure when that Disney Plus show comes out. And I will probably buy a K2SO then. I saw someone selling it on the marketplace for $700 yesterday. Like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm not paying that much for K2SO. I would like him. I would like to fill out the Rogue One line a little bit, but I think because he's higher up on the shelf, it would be better if his head doesn't want to move that much, interestingly enough. It would be better if he was looking down a little bit. No such luck. Problem with Jinn is, like, her eyes are looking upward all the time. I mean, they don't even look like they're made by the same company, to be honest. Yeah, I really like Krennic. I think I need to fix his foot placement a little bit. He has this thing. For whatever that's worth. Okay, let me show you how I deal with my accessories. So I've got this box right here. This is where you would normally keep your computer. This is the side with less details. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the fourth one. So, and it's the top shelf. Second to last one. Okay. So as you can see, here's like Jinn stuff. So real simply, in they go. Here's his hairpiece. In you go. No more box. And this thing, I keep. When I moved, I put all of my figures, except for like the very delicate ones, put them. You can see I have some of the boxes. Like, I'm not interested in keeping more boxes. This is just the truth of it. I've got a little bin here of just like supplies and random crap. So I'll throw that coat in there with the plastic case on it. Let me see. Let me see if I have any new updated figures for you guys. Not new. I'll do a quick run through. Someone gave that to me as a gift for coaching. Nothing new here. Let's see. Haven't had too many new Marvels things. Switch the pose for Thanos. He used to have his fist pointing upwards with no helmet, so now he's got a helmet. Yeah, I don't think anything new there. Nothing new there. If you check my Instagram at theironkoob, I've been doing like a figure a day for the quarantine. I'm at like figure 48 now. Something like that. Yeah, my wife put that mistletoe up there in the holidays. This is probably the newest thing. I'm not sure if I ever showed this off in a previous video. But, so I bought some. There's a company that made some like knockoff Saving Private Ryan figures. They're obviously not the best quality. But it's my favorite movie, so I had to have them. DID did make Private Caparzo, Vin Diesel, and Matt Damon. And they've announced that they're doing Ryben, so I'll be upgrading him. And Captain Miller, Tom Hanks. So for sure we'll get those. Hopefully they make the Sniper. Hopefully they make Horvath. Hopefully they make Mellish and Upham. I'd be okay with all that. Let's see. No, nothing new. Nothing new. I do have episode 2 Yoda. I don't even know if I had that last time. In this shelf, I would like to do a like a Mace Windu and a Darth Sidious, but Revenge of the Sith, because I want him to have his lightsaber. Besides that, I think I would be done. I don't really want Dooku. If I had space, I'd buy him, but I want to keep it to this shelf, and so I'll put like the Emperor and Windu raised behind these guys. So Rogue One, if I can get Cassian and K2SO, maybe some of the others. Kylo Ren, I believe I had him before. Not sure. Got him around the same time as Yoda. Game of Thrones, I got Jon Snow, Tyrion. I had Tywin before. These are not new. So coming up, I should have some Marvel figures coming. I don't think any of us really know when it's going to come, but I have Ant-Man and the Wasp. I have Gamora. So those three have to be in the pipeline. I also have Qui-Gon Jinn. So, yeah. Check me out on Instagram at theironkoob. Check me out on my podcast, The Iron Koob Fights Movies, available on iTunes, YouTube, Google Play. You can check the listing. We do all the new movies, roughly. And in the quiet weeks, we go back and watch older movies, like Batman. So, alright guys, I will catch you next time.